Okay, Beauty and the Beast, Part 2. In Part 1, I looked at the live action one, didn't like it. Now I'm going to look at the original cartoon, which I've never seen before. Going to look at the 3D edition. And actually, the reason I got interested in this had to do, there was a channel called LJ Draco's 3D channel, and he highly recommended Beauty and the Beast as the best of the cartoon conversions. And really, that's what got me interested in seeing it. And I think what makes it an excellent conversion is that there's so much detail in the backgrounds, and every frame is filled with color. This is truly a living painting of a movie, and 3D really helps bring that out and just make what is already good richer. Now, as for the movie itself, there's a tremendous warmth in the cartoon that just wasn't present in the live action. As an example of this warmth, there's a character called the librarian that you see briefly at the beginning of the movie. And in the live action one, he's just kind of dressed up as a judge, and he just kind of stands there looking smug at Belle as she comes in to grab her books. Whereas in this one, they're just joyfully interacting and just seem so happy to see each other. And really what I just said there is actually true for the entire town. And actually, I'm kind of sorry I watched the live action one first. In fact, at times I was even kind of angry that I watched it first because I really wish I could enjoy this without comparing it to that other one. The father is, in this one, he's smart, he succeeds. Belle is proud of him. And whereas in that live action one, he was kind of a loser. He was almost like he was suffering with Alzheimer's or something, and Belle had to be there to kind of prop him up, and she seemed to be almost like patting him on the head and putting up with him. Whereas here, he's a smart, capable fellow, and he's a winner in this one. And that relationship really helps cement what makes this movie happen. Now, I feel I finally understand Gaston. He's the enemy of the movie, but it's clear here he's just full of himself, and his plans all center around his ego. His ultimate plan is to set up a scenario to make him look like a hero. In the live action, he was really just making an excuse to murder. Big difference. Here, he's more of a male blonde bimbo. His ego-driven style is attractive to women, even if they might be ashamed to admit it. It may lead to mean things, but it's not in and of itself mean. And the live action just doesn't seem to get that. What also struck me is I realized this really isn't a movie about Belle. It's actually a movie about male insecurity, that is touched on here, which is kind of rare to see in movies. There is a funk that too many guys fall into where they accept themselves as unlovable and may go for significant periods of their life just thinking of themselves a beast and not getting anywhere. And the beast here makes his own decisions. He's not passive. He may be getting it wrong, but he's making up his own mind to do things and reach out. Consider the famous scene where they have that big ballroom dance together. In the cartoon, the scene that came before had them both kind of snap at each other and tell each other what was really on their minds. And that moment of confession acted as a glue to bring them together. It kind of opened up the doors that they could trust each other with their feelings. Whereas in the live action, there is no such scenes. It's almost as if Belle has accepted her place among the servants, and the Stockholm Syndrome is starting to settle in, so she's just starting to do what she's expected to do. Big difference. And with that, the cartoon ballroom scene is so much more enjoyable because it's fun in games at that point. It's their first coming out as an actual couple. And also it helps that in 3D, it looks so much better in the cartoon. Something about the simplicity of the room, but that ornate chandelier in 3D really just adds a wild, spectacular view. It's amazing how well that looks in 3D, that chandelier. And even the whole room, even though it's a lot simpler in the cartoon, just that little bit of reflection on the floor and the space and the stars out the window, it just makes it such a magical moment. Whereas, the live action, it's just kind of dense and has too much stuff. And the chandeliers don't really look that good in 3D in the live action one. So, Beauty and the Beast, yeah, okay. So I see why people like it. It's a great story about romance, and that has not only from the woman's perspective, but even the male perspective, which I wasn't expecting, and actually kind of appreciated. That was nice to see. Anyway, yeah, if you've never seen this, don't make the mistake and watch the live action first. Don't be like me. Just stick to the classic.